feel that I am most personally the best of me when I'm around my language, my culture, my traditions, my family.
So in my village, it was my father, and it was also the whole village. It was all your aunties, it was your uncles, it was your cousins. It was everybody that was speaking the language, and through observation, through listening, and also the animals. Because there's some of those sounds, when you hear those sounds of the qanidisak, the crows, you'll hear that click-clack, and it makes me think, is that where they learn some language? Because it's so beautiful, you know, you hear those musical tunes again. And associate it back into the language and culture.
Put my foot and get into it and start speaking our language again. Because I miss it. I don't barely have anybody to talk to in Sugpiaq.
You know, it really gives you a feeling of your culture, an understanding of your culture, and being able to grasp it because you're saying it with words that are coming from within you out. And it's a way of, I just feel like it's ancestors that are coming through that are helping, guiding. And it just, you know, when I speak to those great-grands, they look at me with curiosity because they're not hearing it like they used to. Yeah.
We're losing our tongue. We're losing our language. Truly we are. And it's like it's a crisis. And these kids were hoping they'll absorb it. These new generation. Because there's a gap in our language. They kept us from speaking our language in school.
When I was going to school, like first grade to 8th grade, I was in Port Graham, the schools there. The teacher, there was a few of us that spoke fluently because that's what it was only spoken at our homes. I grew up in a house like that. But in grade school, when we would speak, teacher would come by and slap us with a ruler.
It was like quite a shock for a fluent speaker to start going to school.
We couldn't speak our language. We got beaten up, we got spanked.
I feel like the future of Sugpiaq in my community is becoming endangered.
I think when kids are not taught the Sugpiaq way, like, you know, manners and stuff, you know, at home, you could see it. You could see they haven't said nothing to the kids, you know, and they need that in order to understand how to, you know, how to grow up in the real world.
I think the younger generations are willing to learn to speak and use our language and definitely have a desire to learn it. And if it's lost, it's not their fault. If we lose words, they're not to blame. I think we, as their elders, as their parents, need to present it to them in a form that they will hear it.
Learning a little bit in school. Kind of. I know a little. Kind of.
I listen to my speak sometimes when she's on the phone. I could understand certain words.
We have to be tuned in enough to share it with them where they're at. So if you want to go hunting a seal, you don't go up on the tundra. It's not the place. If you want to teach your language, you bring it to them where they are. We don't place it out here and expect them to come find it.
And I keep telling these kids, don't be shy. It's your language. This is how we used to talk. That's how we used to talk. So please, listen to the elders, because they're the ones. We're the last living ones. And after that, I have faith they will learn.
If we don't learn it, then it won't stay alive. Like, it won't continue to grow, and it'll die as the fluent speakers who are the only ones left who know all of it, most of it. And if we continue to like ask more about it or just start using it more, then we can continue to like make it grow and use it in the future.
My Uppa always said, just have to learn it if you don't understand it. I can always ask my Amma and Appa. They'll always tell me. If I don't understand a word, like from my ananas, I can always ask them and they'll just translate for me, and I think that's really cool too.
Yeah, I feel like it'd bring the community closer together. We can understand each other more, because some of the elders aren't really too fluent in English, and they have a better understanding of our language, and I feel like it'd bring us all closer.
One of the things that have changed for us significantly over the years is population. A lot more people are coming into our area, and we're a larger community, natives, non-natives. We all share the same habitat. We share the same resources. We need to let them know that when you're here, you're on Sugpiaq land. You are Sugpiaq. Suk in our language means being. A whale is a suk. A person is a suk. A fish is a suk. They all together are different species, but they all come from and survive in the same area, and they live together as harmoniously as they can. Let's do that on land with our populations that have increased. We have more Sugpiaq. We have more Suks living where we are. Let's live harmoniously together and share it and be proud of it.
Iwilharat Suliklan Galit Lit Sugstuna Bukdakara. I said, I just love to hear young generation when they speak in our language, and I hope it keeps going, so we can say we never lost it.
I always hear our elders talking about without culture there's no language, and without language there's no culture. You can't have one without the other.